Hola, buenos días todos. Hoy es jueves el 2 de abril y ahora yo voy a discutir tu lección de español. A ver. All right, guys, good morning. It is April 2nd, and I want to discuss your lesson today. So we're in Unit 5A, Thursday, April 2nd. Hopefully, you got your Tuesday folder completed. Remember that today your Rubiales assignment's completely due. If you went back in, made edits, that's great. Guys, the main thing I'm looking for is, are you starting to learn? Are you starting to see the difference? So we're in today's folder, and let's look at what we're going to do. Remember, we have a class meeting at 11:30. If anybody in here is feeling funny and giving out our meeting link to your buddies so they can Zoom bomb us, I've already taken care of that. They won't be allowed into the meeting now. I'm going to go over this in the meeting just briefly, just another guide it, just kind of showing you, hey, this is why you use preterite here, this is why you use imperfect. But really, your activities are check in. And we're going to say something other than hola. I'm going to make a change on that. Have these conjugation practices here. Remember, they're not required as part of the completion of the folder, but a lot of you have been saying, I'm still not remembering all the preterite tense conjugations or the imperfect irregulars. Remember, there's only 3 irregulars in the imperfect anyways, but I'm not remembering those. So, guys, they're here for you to practice so that you get them, okay? So, the main thing is check in. If you need to do these conjugation practices, they're here for you. You're going to do these listening activities, and I think they're fairly simple. I listened to them, so I'm going to preview it here. All right, start new attempt. Okay, and it says listen to the following sentences, pay close attention to the verbs. For each sentence, decide if the verb describes a simple fact, preterite. So if you hear the verb in the preterite, it's going to be simple fact, or an ongoing action or condition, an imperfect. So if you hear an imperfect verb, then that's an ongoing action or condition, and that's what you're going to choose on that activity. And then the second activity is you will hear 8 sentences with the beep in place of the verb. So say Victoria beep al supermercado ayer. And so Victoria blank al supermercado ayer. Do you choose fui or iba, or fue or iba? So you would choose fue since it said ayer, something like that. Okay, hopefully that makes sense, guys. But so you'll choose. So you'll listen. Do you choose on the first one compró or compraba? Depending on what it's trying to say. All right, listen carefully for keywords. Okay. And so we'll talk about some of that also in the Zoom meeting. All right, so let's get out of that. Yes, I do want to leave. And let's talk about the next thing you're going to do. Hopefully, I don't think this will take you more than 10 minutes to do. And then preterite versus imperfect workbook activities, probably about 20-25 minutes worth of work, maybe 30 for some of you guys. I wouldn't think it would be that much, but it might be. But you're going to open this up. I'm going to see if I can find where I have this. No. Yes. Let me see if I can get this pulled up for you. If not, let me jump around. That's not it. Okay, well, internet's not helping me today. Let's go here then. Okay. It's telling me I'm not signed in. All right, so real quick review, preterite versus imperfect tense. Here's some notes, okay? And then you do these activities. Activity 6, circle the correct preterite or imperfect form to complete each sentence. Well, mis padres, do I choose fueron or iban a Puerto Rico? Well, here's what tells me, el año pasado. That you can put that on the calendar. It's completed, so I'm going to choose the preterite, fueron. All right, I'm just looking for something. Okay. All right, on number 4, this is when you use querer, okay, in the past, and to say what somebody wanted to do, their intention, you're basically saying one day my mom was wanting to do an excursion, so that would be imperfect, okay, but my dad, since it happened on one day, did this. Okay, this was intention, action that may or may not have happened. So choose the imperfect. Here's what did happen. That's fact. Okay. Now, here's the cuando statement right there. I can't highlight. I don't like that. All right. We were doing this. We were very happy when they arrived. So we were doing this, being very happy when they arrived home. Okay. So remember that the ongoing action before cuando is always in the imperfect. The interrupting action after cuando is in the preterite. All right. The next activity again. Now you just have the verb or verbs. Conjugate them either in the preterite or imperfect. Well, number 1 says ayer. That tells me preterite. Here's that cuando statement. So this verb should be imperfect. This verb should be preterite. All right. Here's a mientras. Mientras means while. So this is 2 ongoing actions. This action will be ongoing, and this action will be ongoing. Por la noche, in the evening. We don't know specific time or when. Just some point in the evening. I was doing this while my brother was doing that. Okay, so mientras tells me 2 actions in the imperfect. Cuando tells me 1 action in the imperfect, 1 action in the preterite. Okay, so esta mañana, this morning, that tells me preterite. Okay, for both of those. And then a las 8, at 8, that tells me preterite for that one. So there you go. I just did that one for you. Okay, and then the last one's rather long, 12, where again, it's the same type of deal. Do I choose preterite or imperfect? Here on number 2, when you're telling date or month or day, use the imperfect of ser. It was, era Julio. And then you're describing the weather on the second one, so use the imperfect of hacer. Okay, when you tell where someone was, like in number 3, while we, and mientras tells 2 preterite actions. While we were here, Humberto was reading the newspaper. So both these are going to be imperfect. But anytime where you tell where somebody was, use the imperfect of a star. Okay. All right. So hopefully that will help you as you go through this. Those are some hints on what to do. Look down at number 11. Ayer tells me preterite. Boom, right there. All right, so when you were a child, this is just in general, so I would think both these are in the imperfect. All right, so hopefully, guys, that helps you out. You make a submission. After you make your submission, then you come back, do the reflection, and you should be done. It shouldn't be too long, probably about 45 minutes, 40 to 45 minute lesson. Maybe less than that for some of you. Some of you are faster, some of you work slower. I get it. But have a great day, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Jump in on the Zoom meeting.